Well, darling, I'm glad you dropped by. You made it just in time. Brandy's got the kettle warm, porch light low, and a story tonight that still gives me goosebumps, even after all these years. I pull up that old stool now. Now, I ain't one to spook easy, but some things stay with you, like the chill of a scream in the woods when you just know it ain't no bobcat. So settle in close. Tonight, I'm going to tell you about night screams and the hill we never went near again. I come from a big family, 11 children total. Yeah, my parents must have really liked kids because Mama was either always expecting or carrying one on her hip. Now, me, I was the oldest of the girls, so every time Mama had a new baby, guess who got handed the last one? That's right, I was part time babysitter, full time sister, and occasional goat wrangler. We were country poor. I mean church mouse poor. No toys, no TV, no swing sets. But we had the woods, tall pine trees, grapevines we'd swing on like Tarzan, and a cold creek where we'd splash till our feet turned blue. Then one fall, hard times fell harder. We moved into a crumbling old house out past nowhere, down a gravel road that felt like it ended at the edge of the world. We weren't there long before the screaming started. Night would fall quiet, no frogs, no crickets, just that kind of still that makes your skin crawl. And then that ungodly sound cut through the trees like a knife. We ran to Daddy the first time we heard it, half crying, half breathless, but he just waved it off. Ain't nothing, just a bobcat out night hunting. They scream like a woman in labor, that's all. We were country kids. We knew bobcats were real, so we believed him, at least for a while. One Saturday, me and my little flock of brothers and sisters wandered deeper than usual into the woods. We stumbled on a hill that looked different, like it had once been cleared. The trees were younger, the weeds tall but thin, and there was this quiet up there that didn't feel natural. It was getting close to dusk, so we didn't stay long, just enough time to feel watched. On the way back down, we heard something in the brush behind us. Not big, not small. And then that same awful scream. Too close for comfort. We took off running, our legs flying, and didn't stop until we saw the porch light. Daddy just shook his head. I told y'all, it's bobcats. But I started to doubt. The next weekend, curiosity wore on out. We went back early in the morning this time, when light still felt like protection. That hill, it wasn't just a hill. It was an old cemetery. The stones were cracked, toppled, some swallowed by dirt and vines. Some of the graves were sunken so deep you could see the edges of coffins poking out of the earth like splinters. The air was wrong up there, still but heavy, and cold, even in the sunshine. I told the kids, we don't belong here. So we turned around, single file, and made our way back home. That's when the whispers started, low like wind through reeds, but it wasn't wind. The brush rustled to our left, then our right. I didn't look back, I just held the littlest one's hand and said, walk faster. That night, the screaming came again, only this time it didn't sound like a bobcat. It sounded like it had words trying to form, like someone trapped between a wall and a whisper. We all lay in our beds, eyes wide, breath shallow. After that night, we never went back to that hill. None of us even talked about it much. But sometimes when I'm out walking in the woods and the breeze dies and the air gets too still, I swear I can feel that chill again, like something old and lonely and buried too shallow. Some hills are best left alone, sugar. Some stories grow roots in the ground, and if you listen too close, they might start whispering your name. But you're safe now. Granny's here and the kettle's still warm. Join me next time for another tale from the shadows. And remember, if you hear screams in the night, make sure they stay outside your window. Good night now.